Hello, folks. I'm just gonna, right now, tell you what life is. I'll just start with the definition, according to me. Life is being awake. Now, of course, you're still alive when you're sleeping, but that's not typically what we consider life. Life is being awake. Now, we do things when we're awake. And that is typically considered the meat of a life, what you do when you're awake. Like if you're not doing much when you're awake, people say you have no life. And living life to the fullest would be doing many things when you're awake that bring you pleasure. Okay. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. Here's the thing. Many people get confused when thinking about what life is, because there's all of these concepts surrounding the meaning of life and the reason for life and purpose and fulfillment, things like that. That's all imaginary. That's all imaginary. I've even used the word fulfillment, but in reality, it's imaginary. Life is just waking up and doing things. Now we have to do things in order to do things for other people, in order to be given money, in order to have shelter and food and water and other necessities and luxuries. So that takes up a part of our time while we're awake. The rest of the time, when we're awake, we're free to do what we want, which usually is take advantage of the various forms of entertainment that we have, such as the computer, movies, television, instruments, shows. You can go to the opera if you want. You can go to a ballet. Whatever the hell you want to do. That's theatrical stuff. You could also build computers. You can play video games, or you can see friends if you want. You can drink. People drink. I'm just naming things. So these are some of the activities that we can do to entertain ourselves on our free time. But I think the obvious fact here, or my opinion, I'll say, the obvious observation that you may make is that there is no obvious point to this. The point of doing the work in order to get money is to continue to survive. The point of doing the things on your free time is to entertain yourself. There's no real mystery here. People talk about all sorts of ethereal concepts and things. There's no real mystery. It's just being awake. Like right now, you're watching this video. Why are you watching this video? Because you want to see the concepts in it. Maybe you want to learn something from it, or are entertained by it, or something. So yeah, it's just being awake. Now, for many people, including myself sometimes, I feel like that's not enough. You know, that's not enough. I want more out of life. Well, the problem with saying things like that is that's very vague. Because you can say, I want more out of life. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what does more out of life mean? What does that entail? What does that mean? I think simply what that means is I want more pleasure out of life more often. But I mean, it depends on how on your ability to feel pleasure, how easily you feel entertained or enthusiastic, inspired. What kinds of things do that for you, and then do those things. If there's not much that inspires you, then you're going to be bored. But that's what you do when you're awake. You try to find things that maybe inspire you, or just pass time. If you're not inspired by very much, you're probably just trying to do things to pass the time until you go to sleep. And that is life. And some people may say, oh, well, that's not life. You're a zombie, or you're a robot, or something like that. No, that is life. That is life. You know? I would suspect that there are a lot of people that aren't inspired by many things. But I could be mistaken. But again, it's simply that awakeness. So it's kind of just being awake, waiting. There's a lot of waiting that happens. A lot of thinking about what to do happens. Aside from things like I'm hungry, I'm tired. It's a lot of thinking. What can I do to bring myself pleasure? And that's really it. So that's what life is. I think the other like fulfillment concepts and things like that muddy up what life simply is. And this is to hopefully bring some clarity. See ya.